What is up guys, Doc Redstone here, and today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make this 4x4 vault door is what I've been calling it. So as you can see, this is how it opens, and when I cross over here to this side, that's how it closes. So anyway guys, we'll go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started. The great part about this 4x4 piston door is it is perfectly symmetrical on both sides. So that means that as soon as we build half of it, we can just replicate the other half. And so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how to build half of it, and you can use MC Edit or whatever you want to build the other half. Now what we want to go ahead and do is each layer will be represented by a different color wool, and that way we will know what we're building. So the first step that we want to take is to place 4 blocks of whatever we want right next to each other. Next we have this orange layer right here. You want to place a orange block on this left hand corner. Then you want to place a piece of dust, and then you want to place a repeater facing into this orange block right here, and you want to have 2 sticky pistons facing up on either side. Next we have this purple layer here, which is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just going to fly above the top. The only piece of redstone dust that we have to place is right here. The rest is just a block formation. The 2 snow blocks that you see will be part of the door, and that is why there's snow instead of the magenta wool. Next we have the light blue layer. What you want to go ahead and start is by placing a block above the piece of redstone dust that we placed in the last step. In front of that, place whatever you're using to make your door out of. Then to the right of that block, place 2 sticky pistons facing to the right. Then you want to place dark wood in front. That is also what I'm using to open the door. And place whatever part of the frame you want between those 2 blocks. Then you want to go ahead and place 2 blocks to the right hand side of the dark wood. Then you want to take 2 repeaters facing into this block, both set to 1 tick. You then want to place dust, put a repeater set to 4 ticks facing this direction. Place a block behind that. Then you want to place 2 repeaters as well right here, both facing this direction, set to 4 ticks, and a block behind that. Now onto the yellow layer. You want to start by placing a single piston on top of the last piston in the last step, and whatever block you want to be involved in opening the door. Then you want to place 1 piston back and 1 piston in front of it, then another piston to the right, and whatever block you want. Then you want to go ahead and place dust on either side of this piston in the back. You want to place a 3x3 grid behind this piston, with the center being aligned with this piston. You also want to go over 1 block, place a piece of dust, and place another block. Then over here you want to go ahead and place dust on top of the block that was behind this set of repeaters right here, and a piece of dust to the left of it. Next we have this lime green layer right here. We want to start by placing a similar piston pattern on top of the pistons that we placed in the last step, and place your blocks however you want them to be placed. Then for redstone dust, you want to have a U shape with the repeaters, with on the left hand side the repeater set to 1 tick, with the middle repeater set to 1 tick, and the repeater set on the right hand side. The first one should be 4 ticks and the second one should be 2 ticks. Then you want to place a block in the center, and on either side place 2 redstone dust. Then place a dust tier with a block in front of it, and place a dust tier with a block to the left of it. Next we have this light pink layer right here. As you can see, this is the pattern that the wool needs to be placed in. Then you want to place pistons to the left and right of the centerpiece of wool on top of the pistons, aligning up with the other 3 that we've placed in the last steps. Then to the left of each piston we need to place dust. Then we want to go ahead and place a repeater right here set to 1 tick facing this direction, and you want to place this red block right here with a repeater on top of it. Now this red block is red for a reason instead of being pink, and that is because this is the input. This is where the dust must be placed in order to open and close the door, providing power to go up and also down. Next, we have the dark gray wool layer. You want to start by placing a block between the two pistons placed in the last step. To the right, you want to place dust, and to the left, you want to place two repeaters, each set to 1 tick, facing into the block. Then you want to place a dust, a block, and a repeater, the repeater facing into the block, set to 4 ticks. Make sure that this block cuts this wire and prevents it from cross-talking. Then you want to place wire like so in almost a 7 shape. Then you want to place a repeater set to 2 ticks facing into this wool block, one next to it, and a piece of dust to the left. Then you want to have 2 repeaters like so, one set on 4 ticks, one set on 1 tick. Then you want to have a dust and another repeater facing in that direction set to 4 ticks. Finally, on this last layer, we're going to place dust on this block that we placed in the last step, and a piston above this gray block between these 2 repeaters. You then want to come over here and place a redstone torch right on top of here, with a block on top of it, and a torch right here. Then you want to go ahead and place 2 pistons below that torch, and make sure they're facing downward, and place 2 blocks right there. So that goes ahead and concludes the tutorial. As you can see, if I tick this switch right here, it goes ahead and closes perfectly fine. Now you do have to duplicate this on the other side in order to get your 4x4 piston door. Also, you may notice I am providing power to this repeater on top of the red block that we placed. Now if I turn this off, you can see it closes perfectly fine. But if I were to tick it here and to close it, you can see that these bottom 2 pistons do not activate, and that is why it is utterly important that you power it via the red block. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. This has been Doc Redstone. There is a schematic and map download in the description just in case you get lost following this tutorial. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. This has been Doc Redstone. Rate, comment, and subscribe for more awesome Redstone tutorials. Thanks guys. Peace out.